Yeah, yeah. Here's another Lake Ave radio show with the brother Nasir. We had a little. We were supposed to be in here at 6. As you can see from the banner right there, we having a little technical, difficulties. But we gonna resolve that as we go. Today's show is the Malcolm X FBI files. Hmm. Hey, listen, I just found some shit where I got the brother reading it off. They got a whole book on a Malcolm X FBI file. It's called a Malcolm X FBI file. You ever heard of that book?
Yeah, I heard of it. I ain't not read it, but I heard of it.
Yeah, they got a whole book. I just was looking at it shit like before we even start speaking on this shit. And I got a recording of the dude, he reading this shit out. Yo, those motherfuckers, man. I don't know what it is. It's like, I guess we more powerful than a gun. I guess the getting the truth out and trying to do right, just the people trying to, wake up from their mental sleep and get knowledge of themselves and sticking together, that's more powerful than any nuclear bomb, I guess. Because what's his name? Edgar Hoover.
Yeah,
He wrote down. They got a piece of on paper. He wrote down. Malcolm X has to be stopped. You seen
yeah.
that?
What he said? No more black messiahs. They ain't,
Yeah.
they ain't want no more black messiahs or people to raise up.
Hey, what year did he? What year did Hoover die?
Shit. I don't even.
And because I never like coming up. I never like heard of him in action in the '80s or the '90s. Like, so he
I,
had to die
I
like in the '70s or some shit like that. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I don't know what year he died. I gotta look that up. But he's a
But
piece of shit.
out of all of them, right? Out of all the FOI, you think Malcolm X? Why was Malcolm X focused the most? Why was they focused on him the most? You think?
Um, I
Oh, there
guess
you go.
I
Did your
just hit
name pop up just now?
I just
Your
hit
name?
comments and yeah, it just went down.
Okay. I had to click on it. Why you think his name like was the
Well,
most like they sweating the shit out of that nigga, man?
I think because he was a good speaker and he had that charisma where people wanted to follow him, people wanted to be like him. He was outspoken in that time. A lot of people like that. You know what I'm saying? He was outspoken. He wasn't scared of the man, as they call him, the man. He was scared of the man. You know?
Yo, listen, I got the recording that you sent me.
Yeah,
So you could pull up shit now, right? We could
yeah.
do that now, right?
That's yeah. You can yeah.
Okay, so but I got it on audio.
All right.
Uh his shit you sent me. And that shit right there, that nigga laid back like a motherfucker. Like you see the first 48, see shit like that, how them niggas be.
Yeah.
He was like,
They be breaking under yo. They be breaking under pressure.
they be breaking under, that's how they got us. But can you imagine back then how rough it was?
Yeah.
Cause they probably roughed them up. They probably did all that shit. They probably
Well,
beat him up.
that's that's how the FBI got those agents. But they wasn't really agents, but they was working for the agents. That's how they dismantled the Black Panther movement, Malcolm X Nation of Islam. That's what they would get. They would go to the ones that was registered Muslims and say they had charges or previous charges. They would go to them. They would threaten to lock them back up or whatever, whatever. That's how a lot of them became agents inside the Nation of Islam.
Yeah, on the recording when I played, you gonna hear him say, "Well, a lot of we got a lot of y'all basically for the FOI that told for money." So he was like, money. He was like, y'all money not even worth shit. He was like, y'all money ain't. It's basically going down. It's not worth value, and it ain't worth selling my soul. So the agent was like, well, we ain't talk about selling your soul. He basically like, well, what is it then?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's the thing. Just imagine if a lot of them was built like Malcolm. That was at that time, like
Yeah, that's what even the Panthers like. If they was,
yeah, they
you
had.
know what I'm
That's what I
saying?
said. Like in every organization, they would infiltrate the organization and it would become compromised. Like with the Black Panthers, you had them playing. Who was it? What's it, the Minister of Information. What's his name? He had the book Sold on Ice. Was that Sold on Ice? What was his name? Clever. I can't think
So
of his name.
he
What you
had a.
say?
You said he had a show. He had a book. You said.
Yeah, was it Sold on Ice? Yeah,
I
I
ain't
think it was.
sure. Huh?
Yeah,
Um,
I think it was. Well, anyway, that's the one. Remember, he went on the run. He was over in Algeria. I think
who
he was
who
the
was it? Malcolm
Minister
X
of
or
Information.
the dude that
Like
wrote the book? Malcolm X or the dude that wrote that book?
I think put his soul on ice. I think it's the Black Panther dude. Remember he went to Algeria and when he left the United States.
Yeah, but I told you I'm not sure about.
All right, hold on, let me look up. Well, anyway, yeah, but that's what they did. They played them against each other. They said the FBI would send letters to him saying that Huey P. Newton was double crossing him and doing this, and they would send letters to other Panther, and they had them fighting amongst each other. Like,
So they basically broke him.
yeah.
He was. I mean, like from what I heard, Malcolm was from the shit you sent me. He was like, he was like being humorous with the shit too, though. Like they
But
couldn't even like.
you gotta think. He did a little pimping, a little hustling, so before he
Yeah.
became into Islam, so he knew the gift of the gab.
I want to get into that. I want to get into like because there's a lot of young people that really don't they really don't know who he is.
Oh yeah, his
Oh
name was
man,
Eldridge Cleaver. That was
he had mad alias though.
that's the dude I was talking about. That was the butt.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see that clear too.
Yeah,
I want I want to get into. I want to play this. I want to
video.
play. I want to play a recording that a dude wrote. Let me see. I mean, a dude read out from the book just to get like the younger people like a view on who he really was. Because a lot of people, they be running the bandwagon. They don't know who the fuck he is. You know what I mean? So it's like a. Tell me, can you hear? This book is good. So I'm just going to read from the field science. You can hear it? Subject file number.
Yeah, I get it.
X little. Oh, subject Malcolm X little. File number 100399321. Section 1. Series 1 to 17. Federal Bureau of Investigation. This case originated at Detroit. Report made at Boston. Date 8543. For which made 32. This is from 13653. Report made by S.A. Burleson. B7C. Type Malcolm A. Little was a big
is Security Master C, Security Majesty, Security Matter MCI. Synopsis of facts. Subject resides at 4336 William Street, Inkster, Michigan. Subject claimed in June 1950 that he was a communist. In September 1952.
Okay, communist. You break that down, I said. That's a person that's what, against America?
A comment. Let me get it right because I don't want to, what I'm saying. They gonna
I
have
think a
that shit.
communist is like against the government. Anyway,
I think
I don't want to say, what is a communist?
a communist like how Cuba is a communist country, like where I think the government owns everything for the people or something
Yeah,
like that. But
they go against the government, basically. A rebel, right? Like a rebel.
all right, this is what it is. Hold on.
Agree, do me a
Communist,
favor.
a person
You see on
who
Instagram,
supports
we
or
got
believes in the
you got
principle of
that.
communism. I was very left. I was very left wing, but I was never a communist.
Communism is a type of government. It's an economic system. In the communist system,
See,
individuals
like I
get
said, it's like when the government control everything, like with Cuba, because it says a communist society would entail the absence of private property and social classes, and ultimately money and the state or nation state. Communists often seek a voluntary state or self-governance, but disagree on the means to this end. Like Fidel Castro, that's a communist country. So the government own everything, own the land and everything.
Wow,
But
okay.
but at the same time, it's no class system. Like
there's no
if you're a doctor and I'm a farmer or a garbage man, we get paid the same.
Oh, wow.
everybody has
Like like over in Cuba, like they don't the government don't charge the people rent. They don't charge rent.
You think that's a better society?
I
I think it
mean,
would be. It's like in
yeah, I mean,
school, it's like when they make the kids wear the same outfit. It's
yeah,
like they equal. You can't get on their outfit, their clothes and other shit like that because y'all got the same shit on.
yeah. And then they
Yeah.
go to school, they go to school for free, but the government own everything. There's no private property or none of that. The government own everything. So it ain't supposed to be no class system. Everybody's supposed to be equal. Well, allegedly, everybody's supposed to be equal with the pay and everything.
All right, let me get back into
He indicated membership in the Muslim cult of Islam. These are what they call the Nation of Islam. They were run by Force Details. This investigation was predicated upon information received by Bureau de Norfolk, Massachusetts. Who, in fact, the subject, Bureau de had written 2 letters that included comments on communism. Bureau de the subject was born May 19th, 1925 in Omaha, Nebraska, and is a citizen by virtue of his birth and employment. Information received from Boston, Florida.
Speak a little, I can hear, but like it's getting low and high.
it. Huh?
Now, but I just said put the speaker close. I mean, I can hear, but then it's going in and out.
Okay.
I heard when he said 1925. Was that Malcolm X birthday when he said 1925, son?
Yeah. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear it, or a thumbs down if you still can't hear it.
The subject is presently unemployed. Residence. The subject resides at home.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
Huh?
it's going like in and out. Like I can hear certain parts.
Let me see, son.
Now, I mean, but just let it play. Just regurgitate what he's saying.
Military service.
Can you hear it now?
Massachusetts State Prison, Charlestown,
Yeah.
Massachusetts advised subjects selected service status had been verified by prison authorities during the late 1940s, and information obtained from selective service records reflect the subject was registered with local board number 51. 1959, New York, New York, and classified 4F. Status of health. Information received from Bureau deletion reflects subject is under a doctor's care at the present time. The nature or extent of his illness is not known. Criminal Bureau deletion subject was sentenced to.
Hold on. So can you hear that? You heard that, right?
Yeah, they talking about Malcolm, right? When they said the nature is unknown.
Yeah, but you see how they know everything.
Yeah.
So their strategy is they get a fan. I think they get a family member. Or they get
They get
somebody
whoever
that.
they can get. They get whoever they can get.
But I'm saying whoever they is. I mean, you saying like whoever, like a motherfucker, like
Nigga, they
yeah,
get your mama.
they
If
get.
they can get your mama, they get your mama.
That's what the nigga on this right about to say too. But this what I'm saying, like it had to be a motherfucker he was eating with. You know what I'm saying? To
Yeah,
tell
well,
all this shit.
you gotta think. It was a lot of you gotta think. Malcolm X came to Nation of Islam later versus but when he was in jail, his sister introduced him from the Nation of Islam to him while he was in prison. His sister was
Okay.
his sister was in the Nation of Islam first, and then he had I think a couple brothers that was in the Nation of Islam, and they used to write him and tell him about Elijah Muhammad, the message of Allah, and
Yeah.
and like when he came home, he went met
Yeah.
Elijah Muhammad.
In the movie, they try to have like a
Oh, the movie
dude in
so
there.
the movie so effed up
Oh, the
like
movie was just made up.
yeah the movie yeah that's what we gave. He ain't happened like that.
But ain't that Spike Lee though movie?
Yeah
Spike Lee doing it like that?
that movie the way they had he in jail to do his it was his I think it was his oldest sister. His oldest sister was living I think in Boston at the time, and his brother and his sister they was in the Nation of Islam before Malcolm. Yeah,
My
they
dog barking in his sleep. He think he dreaming. Hey, shut up, man. Hey. He's crazy.
8 to 10 years by charge of breaking and entering in the nighttime, and that he began this sentence February 27, 1946. Bureau deletion subject was eligible for parole May 29, 1951, but was denied parole at that time. On September 23, 1953, Bureau deletion Wentworth Prison Colony, Massachusetts, stated the subject is a former inmate and had been paroled in jail, Michigan Court authorities, on August 7, 1852. The following record was obtained from Bureau deletion, Massachusetts State Station, Boston, Massachusetts. The central repository of all press records in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Offense court dispositions of 11-44 larceny, outstanding means of House of Correction, SS11.
That nigga began.
Were filmed in 1546, carrying file, Marksman, Gamma as Ellis. 1547, the files, 116 police breaking and entering larceny. Quincy, when jury 227.6 Middlesex Superior.
What'd you say?
State
You hear all that?
227.6.
Yeah, I hear it. I mean, it's kind of that's why I put the earphones on.
You hear it? You hear it with the earphones on? You said?
Yeah, I hear it with the earphones.
State prison. 227.46, and it goes down again. 227.46. Conspiracy breaking and entering. Middlesex Superior filed. 410.
He said Middlesex. Was he in New Jersey? Is he talking about that?
Nah, that thing. Malcolm was saying he was locked up in Boston, right? I think he was locked up in Boston.
Yeah, that must be in Boston.
Yeah, they probably got Middlesex. It's probably a Middlesex. You know, the same names all over.
Yeah.
46 B&E larceny Norfolk 68 years SP Concurrent, I think that's me, still in C, and I think that's 3746 being a U.S. Newton dismissed 8752 parole 45453 state prison. Credit the records of the credit bureau. Bureau deletion contain no reference to the subject. So
Never see it.
let's keep going. Let's keep going. To communists, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Some record, and then the deletions. See those deletions, bureau deletions. You got a lot of informants. Your mama could be an informant, and I never know it.
Yeah, he was locked up in Charlestown, Massachusetts.
Party has been cited by Attorney General of the United States as coming within the purview of Executive Order 9835. Bureau deletion excerpts from letters written by subject bureau deletion. These excerpts were not quotes, but rather notes jotted down. Bureau deletion on the contents of these letters. On June 29, 1950, the subject mailed the letter. Editor's note: the photo indicates that an unidentified source copied out sentences from this letter. In one of them, Malcolm states that he has always been a communist. In World War II, Malcolm says he attempted to enlist in the Japanese army, with the results that
He wanted to go in the army.
Be drafted into the U.S. Army. He adds that it's not difficult to convince anyone that he's crazy, since everyone has always said he was anyway. In January 1952, Bureau deletion subject had been visited by Bureau deletion, a member of the Christmas Addicts Club.
What's that? The Christmas Addicts Club.
I know. Well, Christmas Addicts. He was the first black man to get killed in the Revolution, so maybe he had a club named after him.
American Youth for Democracy. The AYD has been cited by the Attorney General of the United States as coming within the purview of Executive Order 9835. So they could just brand you communists and just investigate. There was no further information concerning the subject's communist activities in Boston.
So they basically ran with that communist shit just to do what they want to do. But this my thing. Well, why didn't they because they always use prison over people's heads.
Yeah.
Why wasn't they just like, yo, we can send your ass back to prison? Because I didn't hear that. And the shit you sent me, like, maybe it's more to the conversation. You feel me?
Oh yeah, I guess it said I was looking at. You said the Christmas Addicts Club. It said the Christmas Addicts Association was a community organization formerly started in 1941 with the mission to provide programming for a black population in Greenwich. I guess that was the prison, the home of the association, our town. So yeah, it was a program. Addison moved from the Bethel AME Church basement to 33 Railroad Avenue, and then to 6 Louis Street. Oh yeah, so it was a program for blacks.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
I was trying to.
It probably was in like a vocational school or something. They said for blacks for programming. So yeah, probably like some type of programming in Boston.
I was trying to see was we live. I guess we ain't live.
Did you hit the live stream?
I thought I did. Shit, I thought it automatically popped up. But
I sent the link. I sent the link to that message in Facebook that you got going. But
okay.
you know, everybody that's scholars and want to be scholars, they never jump on. You see them peeking, you see them look at it, whatever.
Oh yeah, they scared. Even we been. I think Yaya, man. I don't know, man. He said he was in Asbury. I don't know what's going on, man.
Did you send him the link? I mean, because you can send it.
I sent everybody the.
I sent Starlink, IG L Rock, and I posted it in your little messenger group. I see ain't
I'm
nobody
trying to,
jump on.
I'm trying to go to my shit and see if, nah, it ain't, we ain't going there. Fuck it, we just upload this shit when we done.
Yeah, yeah.
But I want to learn how to, I want to learn how to get that shit. I want to learn how to do that shit.
I'm going back. But you know what you gotta do? Like, you know how like I sent you the link? You got like the recording I sent you with Malcolm X, you gotta download it, and then when you hit share, it'll take you to everything you got downloaded, and you go to the one that the
Yeah,
video
yeah,
is.
yeah. I know how to do that, but it gotta be a way. Like I don't know, man. But so I think the FBI killed that nigga, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you know he did. That's why they call it.
They
That's
was
why
on him. They was on him too much, bro.
that's why Ben Crump. That's why Malcolm X family suing. Just like the way the King families sued the government, and when they took the government to court, the government was found guilty of Martin Luther King assassination, but they ain't want no money. I think they sued for like $1, $2. They talking about it wasn't about the money. They just wanted people to know that the government
Nigga,
had something to do with it.
ain't that something? Nah,
But
somebody might have threatened me.
but
That sounds stupid.
the crazy thing about it, a lot of people don't even know they took the government to court, and the government got found guilty of having something to do with his murder.
And they ain't want no money.
No, they sued for like in civil court. They sued for like what was like $2. I remember I was reading Dexter King book. He was talking about it. He
that shit sound crazy.
said it wasn't about money, but then later on, like that money could have went to the Martin Luther King Center. I don't even think last time I checked, they were trying to get the state to take over the Martin Luther King Center because they said it was like too much to maintain the upkeeping. So like they could have used that money to, to add it on, and that could have got them a few millions. I mean, a little more than a few millions. Like,
That shit don't make no sense.
yeah, it don't.
That's an insult to me, nigga. I need that money.
Yeah,
The
but
fuck?
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, but Malcolm, like they said, even Malcolm X. I remember I read the autobiography of Malcolm X. This was a while ago, but even in his book, he even said, "I know it's not the Nation of Islam now because they ain't have the power to know where he was at all times and to know if he was in this country, that state. Like they ain't had the power to
Okay, so
tap his
so
phones."
so one of the one of the FOIs was saying how it was an interview with Farrakhan, and Farrakhan said from his own lips he didn't put the order out to kill Malcolm X, but he put the energy in the air.
Yeah, he put. Oh yeah, that was this. I think that was the 60. Was that the 60-minute interview with was it Faircon
Think
and
so,
Malcolm
yeah.
daughter? I think it was Faircon and Malcolm daughter. Yeah, he said he put the hit out, but it's like he added gasoline to the fire. Cause back then like they would kill over Elijah Muhammad. His followers back then.
So I wanna like what is the actual flare that he put to the fire? What did he say?
No, when
Get
he
on
was
his ass
nah,
or
he was when Malcolm first left or whatever, they was calling Malcolm a hypocrite and a Judas and a traitor, and so a lot of saying that the real militant ones that you don't go against the grain, you don't go against your family. So basically they were saying like Malcolm went against Elijah when he started saying this about the Nation of Islam and that about the Nation of Islam. But you know what? The funny thing is like they both was from each other. The Nation of Islam was talking about Malcolm. Malcolm was talking about the Nation of Islam. Like how everybody think that that was Malcolm first time going overseas. When remember in the movie where it said that was first time he seen white Muslims, all that. Malcolm
Yeah,
had been overseas before. He knew it was white Muslims.
yeah, that's in the lessons, right? Every 30, what,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
he knew, but it was a smear campaign. Malcolm had his organization. What was it called? The Afro American Unity Incorporation, something like that. And so it was a smear campaign.
Is
They
they
said
still around or no?
they might still be around. They might still. I don't know. I don't know if they still around, but they was throwing shots at each other. You know what I'm saying? Like Malcolm X. When Malcolm X said that um, Elijah Muhammad's son told him about uh, the secretaries that was pregnant and all that.
Oh shit.
But
So, so,
then
so, what is
listen,
the beef? Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
so now Malcolm X, he was on live TV saying that Wallace Farad told him about the secretary that was pregnant, and then
That, that's
before,
that's uh that's Farrakhan's son, right?
nah, that's
Oh, no, no.
Elijah Muhammad's son. That's the one that
My
took him to
bad.
Orthodox Islam. They say he
Okay,
was an
yeah, yeah.
FBI agent too. Allegedly, he was supposed to be. But anyway, now before Wallace died, a couple years ago, before he died, he was on TV giving an interview, and they asked him. They said, "Well," they said, "Is it true that you was the one that told Malcolm about your father affairs?" And he said, "No." He said, "Malcolm came to me, and Malcolm told me." So, I mean,
Wow.
which one was
So,
it? Like,
so that's where the beef come from?
oh no, well, Malcolm was like, I guess he was allegedly trying to expose the Nation of Islam. And remember when he wanted to stay in that house? Remember he wanted to stay in the house, the house that got burned down.
He didn't want to stay there?
No, remember he wanted to stay. He took him to court to stay in the house. He felt that the house should have been his since he was doing all the work for Elijah Muhammad,
Oh,
and the whole
oh.
thing was the Nation of
They said
Islam.
he wasn't making no. They said he had a newspaper or something, right?
Yeah, they say he started. They say he started the
Something Star, right?
no was it was the Muhammad Speaks, right?
I don't know. Whatever paper they
I
said it
think it
was
was the
making.
Muhammad Speaks.
They
But
said he was generating. He was like one of the most money makers.
the thing
But he
about
ain't had no money. They ain't give him no money like that.
yeah, see, and then it's like you hear so many different stories, like because like with the house situation, he went to court and that the house was under the Nation of Islam. Like Elijah Muhammad he would let it's an organization. He just like how the churches do when the minister get the house, but when he ain't the minister no more in the church, he don't stay in the church's house no more.
You gotta get that up.
Yeah, gotta get that up. So they say
I just felt like all the hard work he did.
that he deserved it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was another claim where they claim that one of the secretaries that Elijah Muhammad got pregnant said that allegedly they said that Malcolm was big on her.
Wow.
So,
He had his own wife though, right?
yeah, yeah. Listen, the whole thing like they ain't never stopped. They ain't never stopped nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
But
It's always some jealousy over a chick, man.
yeah, yeah. So then
Allegedly. Allegedly.
then you see the clip. You seen the clip that I sent you with all the
Yeah, I'm about to
secretary.
play that. I'm about to play that
Hey,
now.
now we all know. I mean, those are secretaries, but we all know that's cap. When they try to clean it up, like those was his wives and everything. Like,
Oh, I ain't. You said something about that. I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about the FBI. I'm
Oh,
gonna
oh,
play
oh,
the
oh.
FBI conversation.
Yeah, I sent you a clip where they had all this like in the early '80s. It was the '80s and '90s. Where they had all the secretaries on stage with Farrakhan brought them up like these is Elijah Muhammad wives, and they was all speaking. And one of them was like, "Yeah, I'm the one that was in the movie that Malcolm was coming to." She was like, Malcolm came to me one day, knocked on my door, and was like, you should make recordings, let me keep them because your life might be in danger and whatever. And she's like, my life was never in danger. And, I had dreams of the messenger when I was younger, but I didn't see his face in the dream. And I knew he was the one. And he treated me respectfully. I never had no
It
problem.
sounds like a eviction. Sound like one of them video evictions, man.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
he had
them movies.
they had all the women and all the children up there, all Elijah Muhammad children. In fact, he was like these was Elijah
Yeah, oh,
Muhammad
yeah,
wives.
you can't pull that up. How long is it?
I thought I sent it to you on IG.
You ain't got it download, but you can't
Nah,
pull it up on I'm gonna play the interrogation real quick.
Morning, how you doing? You have a couple minutes, like to talk in? No, a couple of minutes. Your name is, Backward, right? From which, New York? There's only one here. It's probably what you, should be in for, to obtain any information you want to give us about the Muslim. I didn't assume anything. That's a very general statement on my part, but, as you know, follow the activities of Muslims as best we can. But we're always looking for new avenues of information and who's better than, than the Muslims. At least up to come up with something. Under suspicion status, no one knows what Mr. Muhammad is. We're still in the status of now. You're not working now, teaching now. Well, I'm still in the
Hold up. Can you hear that? I know
I
it's an old recording, so it's a lot of feedback.
I know. Hold up, let me see. Can you hear that? Cause I know it's static. Even on the original
Yeah,
video, it's
yeah.
static. You hear the static?
Yeah, what is that right there?
What?
That's the chicks right there?
That's the what?
What recording is that?
That's the one that you were just playing.
Oh, okay.
But
So you ain't hear it. It's crazy because I got a speaker right up on my tablet.
maybe it's too close.
All right, I'm gonna
I
try
hear
it now.
because it's going like in and out.
What about that?
He's the only one who can provide information. I couldn't say anything beyond what he said. I think he has said that.
Yeah. I hear it's I hear it's better than before, but
Let me try something. Let me try something. Yeah, we gotta figure this playback shit because it's like.
can you hear it? Hold on, let me put it.
I don't have any knowledge of those kind of
Yeah, I
things.
hear it. Yeah.
All these other responsibilities.
But you hear it good.
Yeah, I hear it.
All right, hold on, let me play it from the beginning. Oh, I know. Hold on.
So this
We came for
the
it.
FBI interrogation.
He was about the Muslim. I didn't assume anything. That's a very general statement on my part, but as you know, we follow the activities of the Muslims as best we can. But we're always looking for new
You
avenues.
gotta do it like you had it before, a little closer.
And,
Right there?
Right there.
At least up to a month ago or something like that. Under suspension status, no one knows but Mr. Muhammad. You have to ask him. You're still in the status of now. I mean, you're not working now or teaching now at all. Well, I'm still under the suspension. That's what I think. That's a temporary thing, as far as we know. He's the only one who can give out any information. I couldn't say anything beyond what he has said. Yeah, I think he has said that it's a temporary suspension. I'll be frank with you. One of the reasons we picked this particular time to contact you is because of this suspension. The suspension is brought about by my own doing. Yeah, exactly. But who knows what was in your mind when you did receive the suspension? In other words, bitterness could have entered into it. It would not be illogical for someone to have spent so many years doing something and be suspended. No, it should make him stronger because it makes him realize that law applies to the law enforcer as well as those who are under the enforcement of the enforcer. Well, you've taken nearly a perfect attitude toward the thing, which is almost unhuman, really. I mean, you've taken the attitude that Mr. Muhammad wants everyone to take if he chastises them. Which is fine. I mean, more power to you.
Yeah.
But you see from our viewpoint that there's at least a chance, and this has happened with other members of the organization, they're suspended for some reason or other. And we talk to them, and they stand people up there, and they're, of course, corporate people, and of course, they're bitter. I'm assuming you resume your duties. We would be, as you sure know, interested in having you help us out. Help you out to do what? We're always helping out the government. We're cleaning up all of the crime that we help it out more than it helps itself.
He's right.
Inform the people who have been made criminal by this society, by the corruption of this society. And any way to help it out other than that, I wouldn't even know how to begin. Well, what we're interested in, basically, are the people who belong. The names, the members. My telephone number is OL16320. OL16320. Now, by this suggestion, I just like telling you the sun shines from the east. Well, no comment.
Hey, pause that real quick. Hey, pause that. What do you mean by that? A metaphor right there.
What he said? He talking about when he said,
The sun shines from the east.
he said that's like me telling you that the sun shines from the east. Maybe he's saying that whatever they know already.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
like he
Yeah.
don't gotta
Yeah.
tell them that because whatever they know. Like everybody know the sun appears to shine from the east.
So check this out, right? When he said his number, he said letters. That's his jail number?
I don't know, but I would think that when he said numbers, I mean, because it wasn't a phone number. Allegedly, they
Yeah,
already knew.
he said
Allegedly,
my phone
his
number is
phone number
L
because they
something.
called him.
Yeah, so what? I wonder what was them letters. It's like he had an email or something. Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe it was the SBI number.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, what kind of number was that? But they said we want the names. We
Not
basically want the
everybody.
names.
They wanted everybody.
Yeah.
No teaching is more public than ours, and I don't think you'll find anybody more blunt in stating it publicly than we do. No, exactly. I don't think you can go anywhere on this earth and find anybody who expresses their views on matters more candidly than we do. I can only agree with you. No, that's right. You're right. You do. The main thing is there's a certain area of responsibility. This is getting into our angle of it. What we really want are the names of all those who belong. The names of who they are.
They want all the names.
Do you keep no records? That's not my job. I'm just a preacher. Yeah, but somebody out there keeps the record. I don't know who. I don't have any knowledge of those kind of things. With all these other responsibilities I've had, it's difficult for me to worry about names. Plus, you would insult my intelligence. Asking me for them. You would insult your own because it would mean that your own intelligence isn't heavy enough to weigh me and know in advance what I'm going to say when you ask that question.
He just called them.
You don't know until you ask. That's not semantics. That again goes into your psychology. We've had
That's
people
crazy. How they want you to do their job, but niggas do it for 'em.
who have been just as vociferous against wherever we're investigating it. I'm communist. Make a good piece out of it. Communists for 20 years, they hate everything. Go interview them. They don't want to go anyway. So you go knock on the door and go, where have you been? Oh, I want to tell you something. You never know till you ask. And that's happened so many times. Sometimes the word isn't convinced, but sometimes money brings out the information. I know intent to insult you here. According to Dylan, what's his name? The Secretary of Treasury. This government's money is in such trouble. You can still spend it.
This government money is so much trouble.
The dollar itself is in such trouble. A person would be a fool to sell his soul for one of these decreasing dollars. Oh yeah,
Wow.
Couldn't agree with you more. You'd be a fool to sell your soul if the dollar was increasing.
And that was in the
This
60s.
has nothing to do with selling your soul. I mean, if you look at it that way,
And you heard the FBI agent, he said you'd be a fool to sell your soul if the dollar was increasing.
Uh-huh.
Not only they insult me,
But niggas do.
they think I would tell them anything. But it would be good, and I think in many ways it might be of some benefit to your organization. If in fact we can eliminate people. There's no government agency that can ever expect any information out of me that's in any way detrimental to any religious group or black group, for that matter, in this country. No government agency. That's fine, because they should use that same energy to go and find who bombed that church down there in Alabama. And if these government agencies spend as much money and time and energy, you know what somebody in the South is saying today? You people would go up north, investigate the Muslims with the same energy you're trying to find this bomb here.
Nah, here's the same.
Nah.
But still, the Muslims don't bomb churches. If we broke laws, they'd have us in jail tomorrow.
Right. Right.
And that's crazy. Just like with the incident with the church that got bombed. Remember with the three
They
girls?
they don't care about that though.
Yeah.
They're the ones that did that shit.
And then they locked the man up. What was it? Maybe 15 years ago, something like that. He in his 90s in a wheelchair. He's about to die on oxygen. Like it was useless. Like,
hey, I want to give Malcom X an angelic cheer and a golf clap for the way he handled those vultures in the room.
yeah, right there, he was 10 toes down on that. Like,
Yeah, very intellectual. It was humorous. It was everything, man. And this is how you rats. This is how you rats need to handle yourself with some pride and dignity. They don't know shit. If you go in there with ain't got nothing to tell you, and it's your job to do whatever you think you know. Ain't nothing going on. It'll be a better world, man. Y'all can learn from that interview right there, man. Look that interview up yourself, man.
and you know what? He had integrity because even though he was beefing with the Nation of Islam, they was
I
throwing
was gonna
shots at
say
each
that.
other. He still ain't take that route.
Yeah, ain't that something though? And you know what? That's why they felt that it was the perfect timing for them to question him. Oh, they beefing right? He beefing with them right now? They in disagreement right now? He said he was suspended. They suspended.
Yeah. He was suspended from the Nation of Islam for making that comment about Kennedy. The roosters coming home, the chickens coming home to roost. Because Elijah Muhammad told him don't speak on Kennedy, because black people love Kennedy.
What?
Yeah, he told him don't
That
speak
shit,
on.
man. Listen, man. You correct about this one?
Yeah, he
I
told
know
him don't.
you'll be wrong. He
Look,
said that to
nah,
him.
look. He told him, I'm gonna put. He told him don't speak on the Kennedy assassination. Hold on, let me pull it up.
And hold on, the other day you told me Farrakhan cried over a Caucasian. Can you tell? Can you tell it again who he cried over?
And they were saying, Egg Muhammad was saying on Sinetta that it was an article that was in one of the newspaper magazines where Farrakhan said when the Jewish violinist had died, that he had pulled over, he had to pull his car on the side of the road and he started crying.
That's crazy, man. All the talk about the devil, huh? Hey, man.
Well, see that was well, that's why so many different branches of the Nation of Islam, because a lot of them, the ones that don't follow Farrakhan, that's got their own branch of the Nation of Islam, they claim that Farrakhan changed the teachings. And
Oh shit.
like was you watching the show with Eric Muhammad?
Nah, I ain't get to it. I ain't
All
get
right,
to
well, and he was saying it too, cause like they like straight up die hard, like Eric Muhammad and them, like when it come to Elijah Muhammad, they like straight up die hard,
it.
like
Every other word is most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Every other word, right?
yeah, like they like it ain't they don't gotta do no research. It's whatever he said, like they go with whatever he said. Like he said they said Sana asked him like, well, did you better be careful what you say, something like that, like cause did you ever feel that your life was in danger speaking out against the nation or whatever? He said, I fear Master Farad more than I do anybody else. Like that's what he was saying. Like it's 2024 and you talking about you fear dead man.
Damn. That's what I'm saying. They say he ain't dead.
Yeah, so like they like die hard. Like when the dude Reggie was saying was correcting him or whatever, he was like about the Semitic language is like a baby is younger than the other language, and I was telling him like the Kasan people got the oldest form of language, and he
Check this out. Not to cut you off, but I don't know, man. I think the show, man. I think they listening, man. Today, right? I looked out my window. Look what I
uh,
see. Look what I see parked across the street.
they
You
look
see
like
it?
they look like they some type of informants.
And watch this. Look. Another. So when he seen I had to drop on him, right?
He pulled off.
He pulled right off, bro. And I'm upstairs. I pull the window back. I'm like, damn, I seen that car 2 days ago. Parked right there. I like, let me pull out my camera and zoom in. I
Oh,
zoom in, snap the picture, boom. Snapped another one. He pulled off.
he seen you.
White
He
dude with a black hoodie with black shades on.
he looked like somebody.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. That's why I say like the truth is like a loaded gun, man. You know what I mean?
Uh
Yeah, but I knock his head off.
huh.
I
They
said
said,
I said I'm gonna peek out there and see him. I'm gonna come down the stairs and knock his head off. You know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here. Sick the dog or throw the dog in the window on his ass. Yeah, man.
this what it says. It says in 1963, Malcolm was suspended by Muhammad after a speech in which Malcolm suggested that President Kennedy's assassination was a matter of the chickens coming home to roost. He then formed a rival organization of his own, the Muslim Mosque Inc., in 1964 after pilgrimage to Mecca. He announced his conversion to Orthodox Islam and his new belief that there could be brotherhood between black and whites, and his organization of Afro American Unity formed after his return. The tones were still, it says the tones were still black nationalism militant. but no longer
So,
separation.
so the chickens coming home to roost. Who was the chicken?
I guess it's like
Was
what you.
he saying like Kennedy was on some crooked shit too, like
I guess
evil
you see
shit?
what like I guess like the saying. Look, remember who was that used to say? Bugs Bunny. Remember they say ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
So when the oppressor become the victim, or
yeah, yeah, yeah,
when the tables turn,
yeah.
yeah,
Damn. Yeah, so it's like they want to allegedly they want to get their own brother over that cracker that got killed.
and well, with the whole thing they say Malcolm didn't follow protocol. That's like they were saying, and they said another thing. They said Malcolm you should be upset at the Nation of Islam because they said like um I think it was in California. They said the cops ran up in one of the temples. I think one of the FYs got shot by the police or whatever, and said Malcolm wanted to retaliate, but said like Elijah Muhammad kept saying Allah would deal with him. Allah would deal with him. They said saying Malcolm was on some like ready to get aggressive stuff,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
Elijah Muhammad was on that like that spiritual stuff like Allah will deal with it. It said like Malcolm ain't like that.
yeah, yeah, man. Let this. I wanted to do this show for a message to the young boys out there, man. Like when you not to say on some negative like I'm going on a negative vibe, but if you doing crime and not to say Malcolm X was involved in crime while he was interrogated, but when you go amongst them vultures, man, it's like don't you wasn't weak when you was on the street. Don't get in there and cry and shit. As soon as
Uh-huh.
they see that, as soon as they see that that attitude, they coming at you just like that. You know what I'm saying?
Once they start talking about that 20 or that life sentence,
Yeah,
they start thinking about their chicks.
yeah. Hey, yo, check this out. But that was my thing. Like during that interrogation, he was locked up for guns, all kind of shit, robbery, uh, breaking injuries, all kind of shit. Why they never once threatened to send him to prison, back to prison? If the legally they probably couldn't say that on there because he ain't do shit and
Yeah, but I mean,
crime, like,
I guess what I'm saying. He ain't commit no crime.
cause if they could have, they would have used that shit quick.
Yeah, like I was watching something. I was watching something where I forgot the dude name, but he was an FBI informant for years, and he said he used to be at the matter of fact. He said he was the one that gave him the information about Fred Hampton apartment, how it was set up, how if you going this way, the bedroom was there, the kitchen was there, and all that.
Crazy.
He said he gave him, but he said he was a foreman for years. He said he was the one that burnt down I think the Black Theater, and he said for years he said everybody thought he was a hustler. He said because he used to sell a little bit of weed or whatever, but he said he used to meet with the FBI agents
They
and they
paid him.
I think he said it's him like $1,000 a week, $800. He said he used to meet them with he used
Okay,
to meet them
we
like
got
every
Star in
week,
the building.
and he
Hey,
said
Star, did you see us on live or you seen the invite? He can't. His mic on mute.
take your mic off. But,
What you was saying though?
oh, hold up. All right, is it? I thought. Let me unmute this mic. All right, Star. He might have to.
He got. I
Oh,
think he
he
got to
gotta do
do
it
it
right.
himself.